Yo, what's up, everybody? Fire here, back in another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a one-play touchdown and dominating scheme right here out of the I-form close slot. Now, this is going to be coming to us out of the Oakland Raiders offensive playbook, which is definitely one of the best playbooks in the game. But one sort of flaw I found with this playbook is that there's not too many sort of one-play touchdowns in the passing games. Sure, you can break off a run with all the great running formations, but I have a great one-play touchdown here. Simply have success and completely destroy a lot of the sort of coverages used to stop it. We also have a great running game to complement it. So first things first is I'm going to go ahead and put my best receiver here. I put Amari Cooper. You want like your fastest, best route runner right here with Amari Cooper. And then right here with Michael Gallup, we just have our second string receiver. And I've also gone ahead and set my audibles. I have the stretch, PA spot, PA sprint halfback flat, and the halfback blast. So just a couple of different plays right there. The one play touchdown though is going to be out of this play action spot right here. And since I'm on the left hash mark, I want to be on the wide side of the field. So I'm going to be running my receivers on this right hand side. So especially with the right-handed quarterback. Then I'm just going to come out in a random cover 3 sky. That's the defense that we're going to be beating today. And the setup is pretty simple. Now you can run it a lot of different ways. There's lots of different things. We have our 2 running backs here. You can max protect, which is usually what I do. You want the most time on your one play touchdown. So I'm just gonna manually block RB, and then I can also block Y if I don't want that play action. You can use it. Just doesn't really matter. It's personal preference. And then anyways, the next adjustment you're gonna go ahead and do is just put X on a fade route. You can also put them on a streak. The fade just gets out a little bit more, so that's going to come into play once you guys see where we're throwing this football. And then last but not least, you can leave A on that hitch, or what I like to do is just put them on that drag route. And then I'm also going to go ahead and slide my protection to the right by pressing LB or L1, flicking that right stick to the right side, and then double teaming this defensive end on the right by pressing L1 or LB and this right stick down, then just moving my D-pad or my left stick to this guy so that we're easily able to roll out to the right for this touchdown. The last thing you're going to go ahead and do is just motion Michael Gallup over to this right side. I like to motion snap him right about there, good enough spot, and simply just roll out and pass lead that to the right side. You guys see Amari Cooper wide open. Now he's not really a burner, Amari Cooper. He does have some good speed, but if you get a Tyreek Hill, it's just going to get even more open. You want someone with good speed, good deep route running. Just makes the route a little bit smoother. So again, though, the setup's going to be just put X on a fade route. Then I'm also going to just max protect. I'm going to manually put, or I guess max protect doesn't really do anything. I'm just going to block RB, block Y, and then just put A on a drag route. You can also put them on like an in route, just if you want it a little bit delayed. I just like put them on that drag route in case it's not a cover 3 that you might think it is. You can create a high-low between Gallup and Jarwin here. So again, sliding our protection to the right, double teaming this defensive end, and motioning MG over there a couple of steps. As you guys see, just roll over to the right there, pass lead that. Now I have to throw it a little bit early with Dak Prescott. He doesn't have the throw power that I would have liked in this, but you get a guy in Ultimate Team with some high throw power. You could be able to throw that a little bit late. Now I'll show you guys here with the streak that it doesn't really make too much of a difference, this fade route. The streak does get there faster just because there's no sort of delay by maybe even like a half a second. But again, the setup, block RB, block Y, drag A, streak or fade X, and then just go ahead and slide to the right, double team that D end, and then just motion Gallup over a couple of steps, and then motion snap him. You guys see, as I accidentally did not mean to do that, but we still end up getting the catch. So I mean, that was definitely a dot. I'm just gonna set that up real quick. I did not mean to throw that off the back foot, so my fault on that. Gonna set it up again though. You guys see, this is X on a streak. I was able to throw that a little bit, but against a click on, I'm not sure how open that would be. The fade does seem to be the better bet in my opinion, but yeah, it's pretty much our one play touchdown. And now I'm just going to go ahead and head into the other plays, show you guys my setups. Alright, now we are going to be in our halfback stretch. Probably the best player of this formation in my opinion. The stretch, such an OP run as you guys know. And as you guys might have seen, I've also moved these receivers there. That's going to just set up for our PA sprint halfback flat play. You guys will see in a little, but I'm just running this from the middle hash. It doesn't really matter. So first of all, for the stretch, you can just come out here run it stock. I've also changed my defenses. I'm not going against cover 3 every play, but you guys see if there's no cornerback on that right side, which sometimes there won't be, maybe in man-to-man looks, but you guys could tell that Zeke Elliott had nobody on that side. In a situation like this, I'm probably not going to run it to the right just because even though it looked like I had blocking, we got shedded. That cornerback, he did play off the ball, but in this situation, I don't really like running to the weak side, even though we do still have a tight end and a fullback. A lot of times I'm just getting blown up for 5 yards, and we're going for the big plays with this running game here. So I'll just show you guys a couple more times here that the blocking is not really going to be good, even though I am picking up 5-6 yard gains. It's just not what it should be. In a situation like this, they're playing off the ball. I should be able to, although nobody blocks Luke Kuechly, so that run's sort of blown up. But if you're going to run it to that right side, what I recommend doing is motioning one of these guys over. I usually motion over Cooper. He's just going to sort of stop. This creates a I-form close, actually, sort of look. But out of this close slot, he's not going to adjust his defense in time for that motion. You guys see we almost had a touchdown if it wasn't for that shoestring tackle. So this simple little concept, you can motion Gallup over as well, but you're going to have to motion snap because he's not going to sort of stop in that spot. You guys see I did get blown up there, so I kind of like waiting it out with Cooper, although it does give your opponent some time to make the adjustments. The blocking assignments are a little bit cleaner, so just go ahead and motion Cooper over once again. I usually like waiting for him to get set here and then just snapping our ball. We finally blocked Kuechly, and I'm off to the races. I end up picking a nice gain of 10 yards up right there. So just simple little concept right there. How to turn that into a I-form close type of a look. Again, you can motion Gallup over. Able to pick up a nice gain right there, but primarily the way that I sort of like to set up this run is just to flick my right stick to the left in our case, or whatever side the receivers are on, and just run it to this side with the receivers. You have 2 big receivers, and then you also have your fullback, 3 blockers to that side. It is sort of compact, so it's a tight formation, which allows you to cut it up the field a little bit more, cut it in between the tackles, which you guys will see me do occasionally, but you can also cut it out to the outside as I just did right there. Just simple little run concept, and these tight runs can have so much success, especially if he stacks the box. You make one man miss, and you're off to the races. As you guys see, a little stop and go right there, and I'm able to take it to the house. All it takes is one juke move, one stop and go, and I'm just off to the races. So that's just a very simple way to do it. Again, another way you can do it is to motion Olawale over. Just get him out there a little bit more. We have 3 receivers there, and they all should go to the outsides. Look at that blocking right there. Almost able to take that to the house. Zeke's just a little bit too slow, but great run right there. And that's pretty much going to do it for our halfback stretch. That's going to take us to our next play, this PA sprint halfback flat. And I'm sort of going to be focused around this crossing route with Michael Gallup, focusing my offense around that. What I like to do is just a simple concept. I'm just going to put A on a streak and then put X on a sort of smart routed in route like this, and then I'm just going to leave Elliott on that flat route. It's going to be a pretty good flat route. Although it's going to be the play action, I just like the flat. It's not really going to stop on the sidelines. And then I actually like to motion Cooper outside on that deep in route. You see we get the play action. He's going to roll out there. And against man or match coverage in our case, I'm just easily able to hit Cooper on that smart routed in route and pick up a great gain of yardage right there. So again, that first setup is just going to be streak A, put X on an in route, smart route in by pressing RB or R1, and then you can slide to the right, do whatever. We're trying to get Gallup open. In this case, hopefully we get a better zone coverage look, and we do. Able to just pass that to the right. Probably should have passed that up, but we still end up making the reception. And the good thing is the crossing route is pretty fast, so you don't need too much time. You don't need to buy too much time. You just get an escape artist quarterback, roll out to the right, and that's bread and butter. So it's going to take us to another setup I like to run. So what I'm just going to do is just put X on a slant route here, and then I'm just going to motion him over to this right side. We still have that route with Zeke Elliott, if you know, as you guys can tell, but simple little, this is going to keep him off guard. Is he running stretch? Is he running a pass play? You don't know. And since one of our stretch setups was like that, you can catch him off guard running that stretch. Simple little concept. I'll show you guys that once again here. Just go ahead and motion Cooper over, put him on a slant, and then just put our tight end here on a streak route. You can make sure to hold right trigger right away to cancel the play action. Receivers got glitched there. I'm not sure what happened, but able to hit Cooper. That never happens, but for whatever reason they ran into each other. Anyways, that's going to take us to our last play, just this halfback blast, simple little inside zone. And a lot of times on these inside zone, there's sort of slow runs. You think they're useless, but a lot of times the blocks can develop perfectly. Look at these blocks I'm getting, easily able to just run through the hole. And if you're playing a defense that's spread out, you can pick up some decent yards. Unfortunately, there is no halfback dive in this formation. I think it would be a little too overpowered if there was, but this blast does a good enough job of a inside run concept here. And you guys see, look at these blocks I'm getting, pretty simple concept, and I'm just able to rack up the yards. You can also motion gallop in a couple of steps, run something like this, you get another blocker up the middle, and just a simple concept to have success on. You can also run the same thing as the stretch. You can just motion this over to the right. You can motion a receiver over there. Do a lot of different things with this inside zone. And a lot of people aren't going to really know what to do against this, especially if they can't stop it. You guys see I'm picking up some great yardage there. So that's going to go ahead and do it for today's video, though. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for some more Fire Madden 20 content in the future. And peace. I'm out of here.